The great Colin Mochrie joins me, and it's awfully nice of you to do this. What would you be doing if you weren't talking to me?
Oh, good question. I have no idea. Probably be getting ready for my flight tomorrow to Seattle. So probably packing, making sure I have everything. Exciting stuff like that.
You've traveled the world forever. Are you a good packer?
Yeah, I've gotten pretty good. I can get 2 weeks into a carry-on.
Well, now you're just bragging, aren't you, a little bit?
Yeah, I am. I am. I'm one of the world's top packers.
You may not have heard, we've got a few political problems in this country. I know it hasn't been much news.
I haven't read the paper lately, so yeah.
I don't have any concerns about you getting here, but leaving to go home. At some point, the TSA, apparently we're down to 3 TSA agents in all the airports in America, so security lines are a little long. So.
You know what? Travel is always an exciting adventure. So I'll catch up on my reading, meet some lovely people in the line, because as you probably know, airports are where everyone is their happiest.
Oh, it's no question. It's no question. It's very similar to, in my opinion, to like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock at night at Disney, where you see parents yelling at tiny children and you want to sort of intervene. And then you think, no, I didn't see all the shit those kids did all day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't trust kids. They're horrific.
So, well, I'm glad you're coming back, and congratulations. Apparently Donald Trump is going to own Canada soon. It's going to be great for you guys.
Well, I look forward to it. We can always use another wall.
Let's do a little background. First off, I want to remind people, you and your pal Brad are going to be in Waukegan at the Genesee Theater, which is a great stage. You've been there before, and I've played that room, and it's got some nice history. I think it was an old mob theater back in the day.
Oh, nice.
So I guess the obvious question is organized crime welcome to attend?
Oh, absolutely. We don't let, we have no restrictions to people. If you need a laugh, I don't know if any of you do at this point, but if you do, come see the show.
Yeah.
Guaranteed at least one.
Have you ever stolen anything?
Well, as a younger person, maybe shoplifted some comics, but no, nothing big.
Probably the right time to bring in the authorities on you, don't you think?
I think there's a statute of limitation.
Oh, you probably ran out. Get your tickets. You can go to Colin's website. Just Google Colin Mochrie or Brad, and you guys will be together for what has to be your 10,000th show by now.
Yeah, I think we're heading into our 26th year of touring. It's.
Are you sick of him yet?
Oh God! After year 2, I thought, I just did it because he had no work, and I thought, so now what? I've adopted.
Colin Mochrie's here. We had a couple of technical problems, and you get to look at Colin's face in this lovely still. We'll change those up. We'll do some swimsuit pictures, maybe some pictures of you as a child, and you can just send me pictures, and I'll just keep inserting them. Do you have a favorite shot you like to show people?
Me as a child?
Yeah, anytime through the years.
Yeah, there's one picture. It was a show I was in when I was in theater school. So I would have been maybe 19.
Okay.
I looked really good.
Listen, you still look good. You and I see each other at the bald guy meetings all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you. They've done enough bald jokes on the show to last a lifetime. I've taken them for years. And before we had our technical problem, we were looking at each other on video, and you may remember I've got this issue today where I've got these 3 little sprouts coming up in front of the headphone band on top of my head.
Yeah.
You ever get those wild ones that just run in their own direction?
Oh, it's like, why are you even bothering? It's like, we're done now. Stop trying to. I don't know what you're trying to prove. It's like a concept. It's like, oh, this could have been if, yeah. And what is it with the bald jokes? It's like we're the last ones that people can make fun of.
Right. And haha, it's okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, fine. Yeah, it's just.
And there's there's some young people who do it, and I look at them and go, oh my God, I wish I'd be around in a couple of years when it starts falling out.
Right. And to hear the noises you make when you get out of the recliner, because it's coming, pal. It's coming.
Yeah. There's nothing pretty about this. It's not going to end well.
So I saved probably $100,000 in hair care products last year alone. So eat that.
exactly. And, yeah, you save, and the amount of time you save grooming,
Right.
it's like we're adding time onto our life.
That's exactly right. Well put by you. Very optimistic take. And because I still have to look at the news on all fronts, I'm not even making this up. Rogaine, which allegedly would make your hair grow like corn in an Iowa cornfield in the summertime. Rogaine, they found if you mix it with stevia, the coffee sweetener, your hair really grows. Boy, I'm sorry I missed that.
Man, oh, I don't have time for that. At this point, I've done well as a bald guy.
Yeah.
I have a job that didn't exist when I was growing up, married to a beautiful woman. I traveled the world. I look to see what people with hair have done.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You follically free people. What are you doing with your lives? Please.
Exactly. Yeah, don't even waste our time.
You're back. You and Brad will be back in the tour. I believe it's show number 10,004. You're going to be in Waukegan at the Genesee. That's March 19th. As we record this on the 10th, about a little less than 10 days away. I will be there with my daughter, who again tells you and thinks that you're the funniest man alive, and I've come to accept it.
Excellent.
And it's going to be fun. Chicago's always a great town for you.
Yeah.
And as a stand-up and a guy that was on the radio for years and years and years, I love doing improv. I have tremendous respect for improv, but people don't understand the difference between improv and stand-up. They're not close, are they?
No. And I have nothing but the deepest respect for stand-ups. They're basically going to war. There's them against the audience, and the audience kind of sits back and goes, "Okay, show me how you're funny." At least with us, they're giving us the idea. So there's a bit of a vested interest, and we do well with what they've given us. So we have maybe an extra 10 minutes to suck before they turn on it.
Before the hounds take the stage.
Yeah, exactly.
All this traveling that you have to do to all these shows for years and years and years. Thank goodness traveling is so much fun, and it's just as good as it was in the 80s when people actually dressed up to get on a plane.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite? I love when people take their shoes off. Do you enjoy that?
So, let me just say, I'm disappointed in humanity, across the board. Just everyone seems to be aware of things in a 1 foot radius around them. Like they'll get to the top of an escalator, then they'll just stop and think, okay, what am I going to do? As people are trying not to bump into them. And I find at airports especially, people just kind of wandering down the alleyways. When they get onto the plane, it's like, I love that they start looking, even though they're in seat 51, they start looking at, okay, number 2,
Right.
okay, 3. It's like, come on, people.
Does anybody know where the Sbarro is? Sir, before you rush to your plane, could you tell me where the Sbarro is? It's not a good system. It's not a good system. And right now we got a problem here because TSA, we're down to 3 people, one named Phil, at TSA.
Yeah.
So the lines trying to leave America or fly from one point to another here are kind of long. So I know you can get here, but I'm hopeful that you can get home without too much hassle.
Well, I got plenty of friends here. Let's see what happens. I'm sure, if I play my international icon card, they'll let me out.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, you can always stay with me, and my wife would be happy to have me leave. So you got that going for you. All right. Let me do a little background. I don't know how many people know this. You were born in Scotland, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And lived
a long
there.
Time ago.
Lived there until you were 7. So you must have memories of being a Scottish lad.
I do. I had my first girlfriend at 6, Mary Brown.
Wow.
You cannot get a more Scottish name than that.
Wow! Look at you, playa.
Yeah, I did. And then I had sort of a dry spell until I was 24. But 6, man, I had things going. And I remember, of course, my grandparents, and I think I actually started kindergarten there. So I remember going to school. I have fond memories, and I've gone back many times, of course, since then. I really love Scotland. When I get there, I feel, oh yeah, it really does feel a part of me.
Well, that's cool. I mean, that's a good thing. And what is that huge Scottish arts fest every summer? Um,
The Edinburgh Festival?
yeah, and they do a comedy thing, right?
Yeah, it's pretty insane. I think there's like at this point there's like over 2,600 productions.
Oh my God.
Everything from stand up to improv to short plays to dance. It's great. I've seen I've done it a couple of times, and yeah, it's pretty wild. Like Friday night, I'd be walking home from a show, maybe having a couple of beers with friends, and then the streets look like that scene from Gone with the Wind, where you see some wounded soldiers lying down and it pulls back, and it just goes for miles. It's like that.
When Atlanta was burned by Sherman.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of that. Did you ever, as a boy, because I'm required by law to ask at least one cliched question, did you own and operate your own kilt?
I didn't. No, I didn't. The first time I think I wore a kilt was for my brother's wedding.
Well, that in and of itself is funny to me for all the times you've had to be a woman on the various shows, the Who's lines.
Yeah, you feel yeah, but no, I should have. That would have done me a good stead.
As you and I both know, Trump's about to take over Canada when he gets to it, and congratulations on that. You're going to love him. But I'm sure you are. I saw another note, though, that I was not aware of. You once did a White House Correspondents' Dinner?
I did. Yeah. That was for George Jr. Brad and I did it. It was the year after Stephen Colbert's. So I think they wanted something a little more goofy rather than politically pointed. So they got the most inoffensive act they could find. So yeah, so we did it. And then we were invited to the White House the next day. It was pretty odd. I mean, it was incredibly surreal. And I have to say, President Bush was a lovely host. We went into the Oval Office.
Oh, he did?
It was explained. Yeah, he explained his. And Cheney was in the corner. I'm not kidding. Kind of hunched over, rubbing his hands. I thought it was weird.
Telling people, call me Igor.
Yeah. And he explained, how every president gets to pick their own carpet and how they decorate and hang their favorite president on the wall. And
right.
Then he just, because the night we did it, he opened with 20 minutes of stand-up. And he was killing. I mean, he had a lot of material to work with. His vice president had shot someone in the face. So sure. he had plenty of material. But I turned to Brad and said, man, his timing is really good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, then the next day at the Oval Office, he said, I was a little nervous about doing my stand-up in front of you. But hey, Colin, when you said I had great timing, that really relaxed me. And I thought, I was like 300 feet away from you. He said, he's one of the world's most expert lip readers, which I didn't know. Yeah. So immediately replaying everything I said up to that point. But yeah. So I found it fascinating. It was
that's amazing. I've never heard that anywhere before. And in a way, I feel sorry for President Bush W. Because imagine the things he saw people say about him over the years.
Absolutely. Yeah. But he was incredibly charming. He was, self-deprecating.
Yep.
I thought, man, they really should push this side of you.
Well, I met him on a couple of occasions, as well as his father and the lovely Barbara Bush. Here's a quick story, because you're a dad. You have a lovely daughter who's in the business, who's very talented, and as a dad as well. I have a brother, by the way, with special needs. So I meet Barbara Bush in St. Louis in the mid-'80s. And she is the vice president's wife at that point. And she was there with Oprah. So it's Oprah, Barbara Bush, and me. Which of those don't belong, boys and girls? And it was about illiteracy. So I had a chance to talk to Barbara Bush, and I told her about my brother Mickey. Fast forward, it's 5, 6, 7 years later, and I'm on the radio, and I have an interview with Barbara Bush about a book she had written, and she wanted to talk to me before. So I go into the booth and I pick up the phone and I go, "Yes, I'm really happy you're back on the show." And she said, "Yeah, I just wanted to ask you before we go on air, how's Mickey?" And
Wow.
I mean, I just got a big lump in my throat because, politicians often have people next to them who whisper in their ear. Veep is not lying, but she just had this knack for making people feel like they mattered to her. And I think the Bush parents, I think some of that rubbed off on W, regardless of what people think of his presidency.
Yeah. Yeah, people like that amaze me. It's not one of my strengths.
No, and I think about all the
I can
people.
remember.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, exactly. All the people that she met in her lifetime, and yet she still. I mean, that's great.
Well, I think about all the people you've
still,
met. How do you handle it with all the people you've met? Because you must have people come up to you all the time. "Oh, I was at this. Remember, you had me on stage. You remember?" What do you do with those folks?
Yeah. I just, of course I lie. Go, "Oh yeah, you were the, yeah." But my feeling also is, at this point, I feel people's faces are being recycled. I feel like there are people I see and I go, "Oh, do I know you?" It's like, "No, you remind me of someone I knew in grade 7." It's like we've run out of faces and we're just going back to, so that makes it a little more difficult.
I think it's probably because you've seen everybody. You've seen all the templates.
Yeah, Yep, I've seen like just for me alone, a bald guy with white hair. There's like thousands of us.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's true. It does make it easier for us to hide. Where's Bald Waldo? It's a book for your kids coming out soon. Let's go back to your history for a second, because like you, I watched way too much TV as a kid. But I think about, as a little kid, you were 7 when you left Scotland. I loved watching Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny was tremendous. What did you have in Scotland on TV to watch, cartoon-wise or children's show-wise?
Their shows were a little weirder. I mean, I do remember, like, Bugs Bunny was like a major influence on my comedy, and all the Warner Brothers cartoon, especially like in the 40s and 50s. What was the main? Okay, the show I remember was a show called Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Men. And there were 2 puppets who lived in a flower pot, and they spoke a gibberish language.
That's high comedy when you're a little kid.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Something that rhymes with their names was great. And then there was one called Basil Brush. He was a sassy fox in a tweed coat. He was a puppet also.
Oh, sure. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the watching too much TV obviously led to you wanting to be a marine biologist. What? Is that true?
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I love television. I loved old movies. Big fan of pretty much everyone. But yeah, I think maybe Flipper may have influenced me.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So I thought, thank God I saw that before Gentle Ben. So I was going to be a marine biologist, and I was very bookwormy. I was very quiet, and a friend dared me out to go out for the school play, which I got, and then I got my first laugh, and it was like, oh, bye-bye science. This is what I want.
Yeah, the addiction of that's amazing, but you don't sell your smarts short, because I also understand you were your own high school valedictorian, smartest kid in high school. Is that right?
No.
Oh, it's not right.
I mean, I was valedictorian, but I certainly was not the smartest kid.
Okay.
I was okay. I mean, I wasn't, a kid sitting in the corner eating paste, but I was not, Mr. Calculus or anything like that.
But once you get that first laugh, it's impossible to top. It really is. And you're off and running, even if you were a shy kid. So if my research is correct, it started to get crazy, and the career starts to build in 1980. You're going from Vancouver to Toronto, and eventually to LA. Where did you meet Ryan Stiles?
In Vancouver.
Ah.
We, there was a thing called theater sports, which was improv in sort of a sports setting.
Sure.
And it was right at the beginning of the improv. Like nobody knew what improv was. And,
Right.
we were pulling people in from the McDonald's next door saying, come see our show. What is it? We don't know. You have to yell things at us. And then it built from there. And at that point, Ryan was a stand-up, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind me saying this, not a great one. His most of his jokes were about Dolly Parton and a low-budget zoo that only had a picture of a giraffe.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not terrible.
His strength was just riffing with the audience. So we got connected by my best friend Jim at the time, and we started improvising. And it was just one of those things where, like from the beginning, it was like very comfortable. We found each other amusing, and we worked really well together.
And it's funny over the years, and I know, well, I assume you love Brad. Who can't love Brad? But not touring with Ryan is always coming up as a topic for you guys. And it's just geographically a thing. And you spent a lot of time with Ryan, and you got great chemistry with Brad. Maybe you do it again someday, maybe you don't. But Ryan's not dead, neither are you, and there's no fight going on.
Yeah, and you never know. I mean, the reason I started touring with Brad was Brad asked me, just that easy. Also, it was at a point where Ryan had a major flying thing. He would never fly anywhere. There was one point he got onto a plane, just sat down and thought, nope, I can't do this. Left the plane and bought a Winnebago and drove home.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty intense. So, but now he's touring with, great groups and Jeff Davis, Joel Murray. So he can do, I think he can do short flights now. I don't think he'll ever leave the country. But yeah,
wow.
So that was one of the reasons why we never toured together.
Was there an incident, flying that set him off, or it just sort of evolved?
I guess it sort of evolved because, when we started doing Who's Line, we were taking flights to Britain. So maybe it was, I don't know, maybe it was 9/11 that just started the nugget of making flying not the best thing.
And it's tough, by the way, if you're trying to take your Winnebago to London. It gets very wet on the way.
Very, very difficult.
Yeah. You just filled with stuff I never knew. The lip reading, the flying problem. Is it true that Ryan Stiles introduced you to your wife, or somehow you met your wife through Ryan Stiles?
Yes, that is true. So we were both living in Vancouver at this point. Ryan, it was during Expo '86, and Second City was doing a show there. They auditioned people. They picked Ryan. And then when Expo was over, they invited Ryan to join the main stage in Toronto. So a couple of months later, after that, I had sort of gone to Toronto myself, and he called me up and said, "Hey, there's an opening in the touring company. I told him about you, so maybe you should come in and audition." So I auditioned, and the woman who auditioned me became my wife.
Now, she was a tour director. I'm trying to put these together. Was she technically your boss at one point before you started dating?
Yes, it was a different time.
I think about this, and I think about what you said earlier about having a girlfriend at 7, and it comes back to the same thing. Playa. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You're just a gigolo.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a tough audition. I'm not gonna lie to you. But
by the way, Deborah McGrath is her name. She's very funny and very talented as well. And I think you guys still write together, don't you?
Yeah, we write. We do shows together. We have an improv show. And she is more dedicated to the world of writing than I am. So right now, I think she's writing her biography from birth up to before she meets me.
Oh, okay.
So that's when all the best stuff happened.
Yeah, well, easy title, Before Colin, BC.
Oh, you just went really weird. You just sounded like a robot there.
Oh, well, it's an impression I do. No, I just said it's an easy title for a book. She could call it Before Colin, BC.
It's bizarre. You sound like you've You're talking through a voice box.
Test, 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 test. Tell me if it clears up. Still robot?
Picking out.
That's so weird. All right. Can you understand what I'm saying?
Don't quite understand what you're saying.
Okay. So, this is,
Speaking slower just makes it creepier.
we can wrap here, and I'll make sure it's edited. I'll send Jeff a note, but thank you, my friend.
It sounded like you said something about almond joy, which I'm sure is not true.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. I'm going to hang up now and
Okay.
try to call you, but thank you for this, and we'll wrap here. And I'll do the plugs on either side. Hopefully I'll see you next week if you understood any of that. But thank you.
Should I be calling you back?
Yeah, no worries.
No? Okay.
No.
Well, it was a lovely conversation up to this point.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Live from My Office, a service of Monkey Run Productions. All rights reserved. The podcast is hosted by Steve Cochran, and it's mixed, edited, and produced by me, Ross Cochran. Steve is available for corporate speaking gigs. He would love to MC your event, and occasionally, he's funny. Thank you for listening. Head to cochranshow.com for more.